Burnout Boy from helifreak.com. I want to do an initial review for the Microheli aluminum CNC mainframe for the eFlite blade mCX2. First initial reaction is this thing looks awesome. You can see how shiny it is. I mean, it's just bling bling to the max. But unfortunately, I'm running into some pretty serious fitment issues. The mounting hole there for your carbon fiber tail is not only a little bit too small, but it's actually not really square. It's hard to see, but it's kind of rounded. So I had to take a micro file and actually file down about that much of the tail, probably about half an inch. Had to file a pretty good bit of it off there to get it in, and then the problem is, because of the design of the frame, it still doesn't really fully seat. It only actually goes in about that far, and that really causes a little bit of a tail wag problem for the mCX2 because that carbon fiber tail is already magnifying any vibrations that you have on your heli. The second issue I ran into after I had everything together, I went to put my landing gear back on, and the rear mounting point for the landing gear was extremely tight. Again, I mean, I'm sure it's just because these holes are hard to machine out so teeny tiny small and get them perfect. So I had to take my file and a razor blade again, and you can't really tell, but I had to trim that down a good little bit to get it in there. The front mounting hole, this little carbon fiber rod here, is your canopy mounting point, and it's going to go in this mounting hole here. But the problem is, once you get it in there, it's actually interfering with the mounting position for the front of the canopy. So then I had to take a razor blade and trim the front of the canopy point down as far as the height goes. Once I did that, went right in, no problem. And then the last, and I would say by far the most serious issue I'm having, is that I can't fly my helicopter with this frame. The reason being, my lower gear, the one that attaches to the inner shaft, let me see if I can show you this, is actually binding quite significantly. Like right there, it's totally bound. And it's not just the gear, because it's at multiple points. Doesn't do this at all with the plastic frame. And upon looking at it, you can see that it just really doesn't mesh very well with where the motor is positioned at. So I need to call Microheli and see what they suggest and see what's going on.